Hey, what's up everyone? Alex here in the very northern end of Toronto. Well, not actually right now, physically, but we're in Markham, Ontario, which is the largest city here in York region. And I don't need to introduce you guys to Steeles Avenue. I'm sure you guys already know that Steeles Avenue is, of course, the northern border of City of Toronto proper. And here comes a 68 Warden bus. And that's gonna have a long ass journey all the way up to Major Mackenzie Drive. I was gonna actually take that bus over, taking a short ride up to Alden Road, but I could have done it right now, but forget it. I'll just walk up north, and then I'll probably catch that same bus on the way back. But the thing is too, I gotta pay a YRT fare. So, as the sign says, this is the city of Markham, future home of York University. When I was around there last year, I think by now they might have finished construction on the campus. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why the hell I'm on this side, because on the west side, of course, you got these typical suburban plazas. You know, this was an almost last minute decision to make a walking video here up Warden Avenue. Now, first of all, I haven't filmed a walking video on the street since last year, so I thought, what better way to do it again than doing it in Markham, heading north. And by the way, I just came back from a pretty scrumptious lunch at Summerlicious, and that's a Montreal smoked meat sandwich restaurant that opened up in 2018, and it received a Michelin award last year. So this is actually my first ever time eating at a Michelin restaurant. When you think of Michelin, of course, you're thinking of very expensive restaurants, like over like $100, $200. But it received the Bib Gourmand. It's that award that's given out to restaurants that have good food selling for like under $60. But yeah, it was very good. It's like this was like the Schwartz's of Toronto. You guys are already familiar with Schwartz's in Montreal. See, look. That's the bus I could have took. I just chose not to then. But yeah, the food was really good. And yes, I was feeling hungry when I stepped off the bus, entered that restaurant, and took a look at its awards. It's gone, and its profiles in the media. It was amazing. Fun fact too, the owner of that place used to work at Schwartz's for 17 years before moving here to Toronto and setting up shop in suburbia. He didn't want to open up in downtown Toronto because there's already like obviously there's a lot of restaurants and type of matter, so he just brought it up to Markham, Scarborough, where they have a pretty huge Jewish population. Actually, maybe we could have done that in Forest Hill too, because Forest Hill, which is where I live, is a Jewish predominant area. Either way, it was still a success. So I gotta say, that was one hell of a good excuse me, that was one hell of a good meal. So that was kind of embarrassing. Alright, so the reason why I'm here in Markham, a very last minute thing, is because back in May, I went up to the intersection of Warden and Alden Road, very industrial area with many offices. I filmed a lot of like vintage Otis elevators there. However, I filmed one of them, and it had like this protective flap on it, and And then 2 people came on with like one huge ass thing. I don't know what the hell they were carrying. I wasn't pleased with that take. And then I went to another adjacent office park. Why don't we cross here? Because it looks like there's like nothing on the east side. Yeah, so as I was saying, I went to an office park that had a scenic elevator. It was also another Otis Series 1, but it was broken. It was out of service. It was an absolute bummer. So I'm already here. I know it's a hell of a walk, but I don't mind walking up there. But going back, I'm gonna have to pay that extra fare. So, and it's the lunch hour right now. It's around 12:45 p.m. on Wednesday, October 25th, 2023. Happy birthday to my cousin Emily. She's a few months older than me. I mean, I was born in January. She was born in October, and my birthday's in 3 months. We've done some videos together. I mean, Emily, hope you're having a good day. I hope you had a good day whenever you're seeing this. You know, when I'm making these videos, I try not to get too personal, especially when it comes to like birth dates, my age. I mean, I'm an adult now. I mean, can't I just tell you guys like how old I am? Maybe I'll wait till my birthday and I'll tell you guys, instead of having to hide that secret age. So there's another 68 bus, and that's heading down all the way to Warden Station. Now I am very early because I left my place at 10:30. I just wanted to go straight to that restaurant, grab a bite out of a Montreal swim meat sandwich, and then, you know, I didn't want to really go home yet. I was near Markham anyway. Where I wanted to go is not far at all, so here I am, and I think I'll just go straight home. And by the way, if you guys are wondering, do I have a life? Of course I do. I keep telling you guys this, but okay, I'm glad people haven't been asking me about that, but I'm filming like almost every day. And yeah, I'm still in school. This is what I do during my downtime, or sometimes like before or after class. If I miraculously have time, then this is also what I do. So, but there are times that I haven't been filming like most days. 92:39. I think for me, though, I'm probably gonna take the 68 down to. You know what, I'm thinking of taking the 68 down to Ellesmere, and then just take the 996 across. Fun fact, though, but 996 will be extended to Scarborough Center Station. So at that point, it's gonna be one of the longest daytime routes in the city. And you know what? I'm now gonna refer to that route as the 996 North Toronto Crosstown Express, because it pretty much takes you like from very end of like the west end, very west end, all the way to like smack dab middle of Scarborough City Center. It's crazy. Look, there's the Monte Carlo Inn. I think a family friend of ours stayed at that hotel when he was visiting here from Florida back in the 2010s. This is Denison Street. Focus. So here's a good thumbnail with that hotel. And there's another office building, but that's not really my intention. Also, besides, I didn't want to stay. I really don't want to stay in Markham for too long anyway. So right after I'm done my stuff, I'll just get the hell out of here. Start heading. Actually, you know what? Was it 3 weeks ago? It was around Les Mill Road and York Mills. There's probably a couple of elevators I missed out on. Again, I am early. So perhaps I could. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Gives me enough time. And then I'll be back home by afternoon rush. I don't know if I'll even have dinner, but I will be certainly watching tonight's Raptors home opener. Look, guys, I'm wearing the t-shirt, one of my favorite Raptors t-shirts, and the cap, of course. Yeah, this is the cap that has the 2019 Champions logo on it. I got it a week after the Raptors did their thing. This building looks huge, but I'm not gonna deal with that. But yeah, tonight is the home opener. They have a new coach. They picked up some new guys, but they lost some guys like Fred VanVleet. And Delano Banton from Rexdale. But I'm looking forward to it tonight. 7:30 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. A team that hasn't had much success. They had not an 18-year long, but they had a playoff drought that lasted around, what is it, 14, 15 years? I don't care. We're getting the W tonight. We're gonna get the W. We're gonna have a better season than last year. So now, of course, once again, I got two teams to cheer for. Because, by the way, I don't think I even mentioned this, but I went to a Raptors game. It was a preseason game on the 15th of October. It was against the Cairns Taipans. Every preseason, we have international teams coming over from like around the world, like Australia, of course, China, Japan. Because I remember the Raptors were in Tokyo for a couple preseason games. But I never heard of Cairns until I found out I was going to the game. Cairns is a city in Queensland, Australia. Of course we won. It's a great game. I like how the Raptors they're the only NBA team in Canada. It's been around since 1995, 96. And the fan base, our fan base is sometimes loved. But unfortunately, our fan base has got a lot of hate because we're the only NBA team outside of the United States. So like the ESPN, TNT guys, they're biased. So there's some geese over there. And a squirrel. Saw some squirrels digging for, what, treasure, pot of gold? Found it kind of funny. But still, I mean, fuck all those that continue to doubt that we won't win anything just because we're the only team in Canada. No, our fan base is loyal. We get loud all the time. And that's how it was in 2019. Every preseason year, though, they do have NBA games in Canada. I know they had I know the Raptors went to Vancouver. And there's a game in Montreal. I like that. I like when the NBA schedules these neutral games here in our country. I see a CN freight train up ahead. I might have been kind of late because there is a railway crossing. Not Warden, but like a block west of here. That'll be on 14th Avenue. Oh shit. A dead squirrel flat as a pancake. Wow. Notice that I did not point the camera at that. Always sad when you see that. Here's McPherson Street. Next street lights up ahead is Alden Road, and that's where I'm going to be ending my video. I filmed a walking video on that street. It was back in May, right? It was a very, very nice sunny day. Now today, it's not bad. It's cloudy though, but it's a very minor blast of summer weather. It's like 17, 18, but it's fair. I mean, I don't mind it. It's nice. It's gonna be raining tomorrow. I might even plan to go to Mississauga, but only just to film some elevators. And maybe if I'm in the mood, catch one of the remaining 2005 D40LFs, because the 03 ones just retired completely, and the 05 ones will be next. Yeah, most likely tomorrow, despite the rain. But I'm already tired of making walking videos in Mississauga. Like every time I'm there, I'm always tempted to make a few walking videos. I don't think I'm gonna do that this time. Because along here Ontario Street, there's a lot of like vintage elevators that a lot of people have filmed, like in the 2010s. I bet you one has been modernized, but hopefully most of them are original. That's like my only purpose. Looks like I'm gonna have to do that circuit, take line 2 to Kipling, then across, and then just go to Renfrew and just take the 32 home. Also, my mom is away right now, so I gotta check on the place, of course. Make sure it's all cleaned. Maybe I'll save a little discussion or talk about where we want to travel, because I already got a lot of destinations in mind. I know New York City is on my list for next year. But I'll never forget my mini day trip to Buffalo, right, with my dad. I made like 6 videos. And I would love to go back there again, but maybe not just Buffalo, but like around like, you know, the mini suburbs they had, like Williamsville, Amherst, Tonawanda, Cheektowaga, something like that. And maybe Niagara Falls. And I really enjoyed being south of the border. It was a completely different experience, even though we were right across from Canada. But still, a different country is a different country. So I really hope to go back there within the next 6 months. Just remember, guys, that time in April was my very, very first time in the United States. I definitely want to see more of the US. Plus I know a lot of people personally that live in the United States, and of course my viewers. All right, we were coming up to Alden. I think I gotta go in that building on the right. Pretty sure that's the building I went in. And then that one on the left has had theirs modernized, so I'm not gonna even bother with that. Because sometimes modernized elevators are not even worth filming. It's just so disappointing. It's horrible. But if it's actually a good modernization, then I'll just keep it. Fine, I guess. But I always like when everything is original. Not when it's like very fancy. Alright, so Alden Road on the left, 14th Avenue on the right. Didn't really take too long for me to walk up here. I think by now the 68 must be at Major Mackenzie. I'm probably laying over. And that's pretty much gonna be my only way out of here. Unless I take the 2. Oh wait, no, but it's still a hell of a walk. Well, I think I'm just gonna stick with the 68. Well, anyway, guys, coming up to, as I just mentioned, we're gonna end things off. So, guys, thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well. Happy birthday to Cousin Emily. Let's go Raptors. And happy Halloween. It's literally next Tuesday. Alright guys, let me see if I can make this light here. Take care and bye-bye.